Irony is it's about the customer. I know this is a buzzword and everybody says it until blood comes out of our ears, but it's really about the customer.
So we have our good friend Dr.Robin Kiera all the way from Germany, and he is with Digital Scouting, and I'm going to let him take on. Most of you have probably seen him all over because he does all of the LinkedIn lives, which I think...
jealous.
Yeah, we're jealous that he's doing that.
But there are rumors that others get access soon too.
Yes.
We have access. We've just done very limited ones.
He's led the way. We actually started with some Facebook ones, and we used to get up to 17,000 listeners on Facebook Lives.
Cool.
So we're looking forward to actually following your lead and doing more of LinkedIn Lives as you've been doing it, because they've been very good.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what you've been doing in the last few months and what's in the pipeline.
Yeah, so Digital Scouting has two parts. One is the consulting and marketing company. I'm not going to, elaborate and bore you. But the second part is the media side, social media outlets, the website. And yeah, two trends I see is LinkedIn Live, as you said, Twitter Live too. I think it's an exciting way to communicate, but you need to be also very cautious to really produce high quality content. I think the times in which you can, just there's a new channel and just do something are over. It needs to be high quality. But I mean, you guys do amazing content, so I'm not afraid about that. And the other thing and the other thing is, I think WhatsApp will become more and more important in the B2B space and the B2C space, because we all watch our messages, but companies do not use it. We use it at Digital Scouting. We experimented with it. You wouldn't believe how many decision makers in the insurance industry watch WhatsApp status updates, and me, I don't know, do private stuff and public stuff. And we also do like broadcast things on WhatsApp, and that's going really well. So we have a small community there, but highly engaged. I'm afraid that maybe we see a shift from LinkedIn to even this closed WhatsApp space at some point.
Where are you on Instagram? Because we just had an interview with Zach Benson. In fact, it aired this week. Yeah. And it's all about Assistagram. And they've got like 25 million
followers on Instagram.
And they go from some of the biggest hotels in the country. He flies all over the world. Every week he's in a new country, it seems. And it's all via Instagram and what's going on and what he says is the next revolution. So are you guys looking at that at all?
Well, I have a very underdeveloped private Instagram account, Hamburg by phone, but I think that could be interesting for the insurance and finance space, because we are not so strong there as an industry. If I would be in fashion or in cosmetics, I think the train has left the station.
Right.
But for us, it could be a move to go to, because we need to be there where the people are, where the attention of the people are.
That's what he was saying, that it's that time to really
especially,
start looking at
for the insurance industry, we've been very slow to jump on social media, right?
Yeah.
So do you kind of help people with that, come on guys, get on it,
Well, that's my rant.
Do you tell some of your friends, hey, you're totally underutilizing LinkedIn, let's say, or...
Yes. Oh, we do that too.
Yeah.
So we have one part, that's the agency part, where we actually tell insurers and banks, you need to get your act together. For example, one thing is video. We are here on videos and on the podcast, but it's 50% of internet traffic is video, and there's almost none of it from insurance companies, even though we are a multi-billion, multi-trillion-dollar industry. So we are totally not utilizing that, and combined with the fact that we are not the most popular industry around, totally not deserved. I think we really should go out on that, also on that channel. And I really pound it. I really say, guys, if we as a small blog can reach hundreds of thousands, millions of views, you as a multi-billion-dollar company should do it too. But please, don't dump your TV spot or your image movie onto YouTube. That's not how it works. You need to produce content that fits the audience, that fits the channel. What do you guys think?
Well, I think, like you mentioned, that because fashion, all of that, they've been hitting social media tremendously, right? We are in such a unique situation where we can jump on these things and really make an impact, right? Really reach out, it's just like someone that started podcasting 5 years ago, and they easily had 100,000 listeners overnight. It's the same thing with LinkedIn Lives and Instagram. The insurance industry, if you want to connect, and not necessarily just with young people, but with all people, and just get your stuff out there, you have to be on these platforms. So what else do you have in the pipeline going on?
What I'm looking at is also TikTok. It could be interesting for insurers to connect to a generation that's growing up not with stationary TV, that's growing up not with Facebook, that's too young for LinkedIn yet, and we will see also LinkedIn evolve. And TikTok is a channel that could be interesting to get the attention and the brand awareness as an insurer to when they buy their first insurance themselves. To be on their mind as a solution for a potential problem. And I think also as a very successful industry, we have the duty to also educate young people about the risk in life, about the responsibility, about health issues, also about start, financial and journey early and, save and really educate them.
I wanted to say one thing about what he's saying right now, which matches what he was saying about the company, which is what I was thinking about earlier, and that is giving instead of taking. When you start putting those polished TV commercials and all that stuff that you're saying don't do it to these large companies, what they're doing is they're kind of taking.
Yeah.
What you're talking about is education, is giving to these people out there all this information, helping them so that they in turn join your tribe and really learn to trust and work with you.
Yeah.
And the irony is, it's about the customer. I know this is a buzzword and everybody says it until blood comes out of our ears. But it's really about the customer, because nothing is easier than to produce a TV commercial. It costs $2 million. People not belonging to the target group sit in one room from the agency and the decision maker of the carrier and say, oh yeah, that's movie, I like, but that's not the criteria. The customer needs to like it. But bad news, there is not the customer. You have so many different target groups and demographics and personal interests and diversity. And that's why you need not to produce for $2 million one video, you need to produce from $2 million 327 videos. And that's exhausting, costs a lot of effort, it costs a lot of time, but that's why agencies don't recommend it. But that's what the way it is, and that's what we need to do.
The new way.
Yeah.
It's focused on giving all the time. Giving to those different people that make up that network that you have.
Yeah, to respect also the customer, to provide content he likes and the channel he prefers. And the funny thing is, what we notice with ourselves, or what probably you guys notice too, if you give, karma work kicks in and you get a lot of stuff back. A funny story, a lot of students ask me, oh Robin, for my bachelor or my master's thesis, I want to do an interview, and if I have anyhow can put it in my schedule, I do it, yeah? Then a month or years later, there comes some big corporate guy at a conference and says, hey, thank you very much that you helped Thomas, and totally forget Thomas. My name is gone.
Wow.
We understand.
And then he says, yeah, and oh yeah, this was his one student. I was his corporate mentor for that phase. I really loved what you said. Let's talk. And then there comes a really big, huge business out of it.
Wow.
But this is karma.
Yes.
If you do not do it for that, but you just do it for the sake of it, things like that happen. So good can win, I think.
Absolutely, that's great. That's definitely what, you just give to give, right? There's so much knowledge, right, that you accumulate after a period of time that for us it's not difficult to just respond in an email or a LinkedIn message to someone, hey, that has an issue, like let's say a regulatory issue in a state. We know it from the top of our head, so we just do it. You never know what's going to come from that, but you do it without thinking anything is going to come back.
About thinking that anything is going to come back. You just do it because you want to help the person. Again, you're on that giving train.
Yeah.
And it does. You're right. Karmically, it comes back, and it's happened to us all our lives doing that.
Yeah.
So you heard that Insuretech Connect is going to be in Singapore in June.
So will we see you there?
It's possible if my wife lets me travel there. I try to be there. It's super exciting, and I think it's super interesting that we get the opportunity to get even closer to the Asian ecosystem, and that ITC goes there. And we see also other conferences going there. My big wish is that we coordinate this, because I think there's enough space for melting pots and meeting spaces like that.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Robin, for having come on
Thank you very much.
spending some time with myself and Ted.
And being a mentor on LinkedIn.
On LinkedIn Live, yeah.
Keep watching your work.
We want to get to that part.
Very cool. Thank you very much for your support and the opportunity to be here. Thank you very much.
Yes.